I call the member for Dawson.
Well, thank you very much, Mr Speaker. It's become clear to me, Mr Speaker, that the North Queensland insurance market has reached a crisis point. The canary in the coal mine is strata title and commercial hotel insurance, but the lack of competition in the market is already having a flow-on effect to home insurance. At present, we have strata titled apartments and commercial properties like hotels and tourism resorts and also community clubs not being able to obtain adequate insurance. It's not that it's just unaffordable, it's quite literally unattainable. We are hearing of, in some cases, that no Australian insurer is currently willing to offer new insurance policies to strata title apartments or commercial hotels in North Queensland. In fact, in many cases, the only insurer willing to offer any cover is Lloyd's of London, and usually at unaffordable premiums, and in some cases there is no insurer willing to offer a policy at any price. And this is where decline begins, Mr Speaker, because no competition means that the insurance company can set the prices as high as they want, and the choice is to either pay up or just shut down. Now, Airlie Apartments are located in the tourism hotspot of Airlie Beach, were paying a $38,000 premium per annum. They have since gone on to renew their policy, and the only quote they can find is with that Lloyd's of London I talked about. It's about $250,000. That's their annual premium, a 557% increase on the last policy. Gail Absalon, a body corporate administrator on Hamilton Island, has been quoted $200,000 for a 15-apartment complex with named cyclone excess of $100,000. And these aren't just the summer holiday homes of the wealthy, Mr Speaker. This is a unit complex with 15 permanently let one-bedroom apartments that have a value of $275,000 to $300,000. The Metropole Hotel in Proserpine has seen their annual premium skyrocket from $64,000 to $165,000 in 1 year, a 157% increase. This is a hotel with 35 employees that's facing an uphill struggle to keep the doors open, not due to poor business, Mr Speaker, but due to disproportionately high insurance costs. But Sunday Sailing Club in Airlie Beach were refused a renewal of their policy by a previous insurer and were given a quote from Lloyd's of $120,000, which is a 242% increase on last year. As a community club, they simply can't afford this sort of premium. It doesn't just stop at hotel and strata titles either. Ordinary households are also being severely affected by increasing premiums in the north. Petra and Bradley Mould, a young couple from Mackay, just last month rang me to inform me of their struggle with finding an insurer for the run-of-the-mill average Queensland home. The cheapest policy they could find had a premium increase of 22.5% on last year's price. Mackay, a town that is not a city that has not experienced any severe weather event in the last 12 months, and premiums have increased by 22.5% on last year. In fact, Petra and Bradley have had no claims, no flood damage, no cyclone damage for the last 5 years, and yet their premiums continue to go up by that enormous percentage. The ACCC is currently assessing the matter of insurance prices in North Queensland, Mr Speaker, and it's definitely a matter that needs to be assessed. The Minister for Finance, Senator Matthias Cormann, was visiting Townsville recently, a city that's still reeling in the wake of severe flooding earlier this year, and he suggested the government will work with insurance companies, consult with the relevant stakeholders, act on the ACCC's recommendations and, quote, do what we sensibly can. So the government is committed to action. I'd like to note, however, that we are at crisis point right now. We are at crisis point. We cannot allow premiums to increase exponentially and watch small businesses go broke or opting not to insure. And I fear that with recent reports talking about places like Townsville being unprofitable, we will see a growing number of insurance companies exit from the market. Now, the Greater Whitsunday Alliance has proposed a way forward for legislating for fair and equitable insurance coverage for all Australians to the ACCC. Their proposal is this: consider linking the provision of insurance licences with insurance companies having a mandated percentage of premiums and policies in Northern Australia to ensure all Australians have access to affordable insurance. This would push insurers back into the market, provide competition, which would then lead to affordability. Mr Speaker, we need to set a minimum percentage of clientele in disaster-prone areas like North Queensland, so insurance companies must have those people and those businesses on their books. We can work with insurers to set the targets, ensure they bring competitive insurance policy pricing back into these areas. These communities have already fallen victim to natural disasters. We now need to stop them being victims of being kicked while they're down. And I would urge the insurance companies to do something before the government does.
The member's time has concluded. I call the